Hello and welcome to Emily Reviews. My name is Emily, and here on my channel, I talk about movies my daughter and I watch. I also vlog, do chef reactions, and play The Sims 2 on my Inspiron 1520. And recently, I have been talking about some reality TV shows. First was RuPaul's Drag Race, and now it's Survivor. Make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. This channel has been taking off in the last few months, and I really would like to try to get to 500 subscribers to get monetized, which means that you guys, as viewers, would get perks. Like, oh, okay, there's the garbage truck. I hope you can still. He's just driving by, which means you guys will get perks like members only content, fun stickers, and access to a store. Uh, which I was thinking I would write a cookbook for you guys. I am a chef. I've been cooking for a million years, 17 years to be exact. And I have a lot of my own recipes and different ideas and thoughts and stuff. And I thought it would be fun to do that. And, we'll go from there. Um, Okay, so now on to Survivor. Kiddo and I started to watch Survivor about a month or so ago. She was telling me about a video game that she had and then, or was playing or wanted or something like that. And I'm like, that sounds like Survivor. And she's like, Sir, what now? And I started explaining to her about Survivor and she got really excited. And, about it, I was like, this is so awesome, let's watch it. So we watched the first season, and which was really cool because it was just like a time warp for me because I remember it being a major thing. I remember season one. I remember being a kid, sitting at home with my family on the couch watching Survivor, and everyone was just blown away that there was a gay man on the television show, and not to mention that the gay man won. Like Richard Hatch. I'm not just saying, I'm not denaming him or whatever, even though he was kind of a dickhole. But I'm, it was like, it was the early 2000s. It was a big thing. And I do remember his interview, and Oprah wanted to know how much, who won. And she said she would offer him, because it's like the, they were told if they told anybody, because like they went on like tours and interviews and stuff like that, and if they told anybody who the outcome, they would be fined lots and lots of money. And it was like Oprah offered him that plus like a couple of thousands and thousands of dollars, right? It was like that, maybe double of what the fine would be or something like that. I remember watching that on TV too. Like, I remember it was like such a big thing. Like, I'm still surprised it's on TV. Like, Kiddo and I are gonna watch Survivor for 45, the first episode tonight. Like, yeah, so like craziness. I can't believe it. But I do remember like what a big deal it was for Richard Hatch to win. Him being a nudist gay man to win $1 million in the 2000s. Like, that was huge. And then, like, Survivor 44, Yam Yam, Yam Yam, I'm sorry, Survivor 40, I call him Yam Yam. So, we know his name is Jam Jam. Was Survivor 44, and Jam Jam, and he won, and he was a very obviously openly, because he talked about his husband and stuff like that, and how it's just like, so great, perfect, like it's not a big deal. And as now and then, it's just like how awesome that we've come so far, but really we shouldn't have had to be, it shouldn't have had to be such a big deal then. But we learn from our mistakes, so we don't repeat the past, right? And that's all I'm going on for there. Okay, well, so after the first season, I kind of, well, we watched the first season and then the second season, because we watched, when I was a kid, I watched the first two seasons. Then I was telling her about Mike and how he fell into the fire and burnt his hands. So Kiddo and I we watched first two seasons together, and then we didn't watch the reunion of the first season, but we watched the reunion of the second season because we wanted to see how Mike was doing, and he recovered well, which is, I'm really glad for that. So I was saying, how we watched the second season, and then we also watched Survivor 44. That's what we watched together, and then she kind of got bored of it, and I am still watching it. Yeah, I'm like on. I was watching season 9 this morning, but I got so annoyed by this one person who was playing in the show, one competitor, Rory. I have never in my life been more annoyed, and I've never hated somebody so much than I hated this person. And I was so hoping that the girls were going to vote him off. And then the moment they didn't, and then they voted off one of their own, I was like, done. I can't watch this. Like, I was skipping through his monologues because I didn't want to hear his voice. Because there was something about that man that was just absolutely dirty. And I hated him. I hated him so much. And I have never hated a person more that I've never met than that. And I stopped watching it. Like I think I got like 6 episodes in, and I'm like, nope, I cannot deal with this character, this individual. I cannot watch this. This is it made me cringe. Whoever he is in real life, he is a cringy person, and there are some people on the seasons that I hate, like absolutely hate. Johnny Fairplay guy, the one who's always like 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 I hate him. Like Kiddo and I were like, oh, we got vote him off, and the fact that he made it to the final 3 in whatever season that was, in season 7, like hated him, and like, oh my god. But we stuck it out, and it wasn't because of Rupert. Alright, like, even though Rupert is my all-time favorite, and you know what, I've gone off script because that's not what I wanted to talk about, how much I love the different parts of the show. I wanted to talk about the sexual assault and Survivor. But like, I just wanted to, I guess that's some context on how much Survivor I've watched. Going through it and watching the seasons, season 1, 2, 3, and 4 were wonderful. They were good seasons. And then we got to season 5. Season 5, like, that was the season where I first was watching the show, and it would make me so angry because of Ted and what he did to Gandia. Like, and then how and then how they made her feel like it was her fault, like she brought it on herself. Well, I have to apologize if you guys pick up on some music, because one of my neighbors have decided to start listening to music loudly because they are assholes. It makes me hard. I'm having a hard time concentrating now because of it, though. I'm having a hard time concentrating now that my neighbors are blaring the music, so I'm going to just try to read through the script, and it might not be energetic, and I'm not entirely sure if I'm going to make now sense, because I have a really hard time with noise. I'm autistic, I'm very noise sensitive, and they are ass fucking holes. So I just I don't even know where I was in the last minute I was talking, because it really does bother me a lot. I really need to fucking move out of this shithole. Like, I fucking do. Season 5 wasn't the first time. Like I said, I was watching them up and down, and like we were out of order. So we started to watch All Stars together after we watched season 44, and that's after that, like watching the first episode of All Stars on season 8. That's kind of when we noticed or found out or learned or whatever the fuck the word is or I'm gonna use at that time. There were contestants that were less than honorable, whatever it's called, with Richard Hatch and Sue, and Richard rubbed his bits up against her and the back because he I don't know. I think it was because of season 7, and there was the guys that did the challenge naked. And I think that this is my assumption, but I think that because those 3 men pulled down their shorts and did the challenge naked, Richard's like, well, I'm gonna one up all of these men, and did all of the challenges naked until he got voted off the All Stars. And I think that he did that to one up these guys. And I think that if those guys didn't do that, then he probably wouldn't have done every single challenge that. And then he probably wouldn't have it. I'm absolutely not making excuses for that. SOB. But I'm saying, like, yeah, he probably, and and because he's such a freaking arrogant, I gotta fix my sock, arrogant and clueless person, him thinking what he did, he absolutely didn't think anything of it, and neither did Jeff Probst. But like, it it definitely was a violation. Nobody, it doesn't matter if you're a nudist or whatnot, like, you shouldn't be dancing your bits up against anybody. Like, even if you have clothes on, that's unwanted touching, and people should know to, like, you learn that in primary, to keep your hands to yourself. Like, keep your bits to yourself. Like, whatever. If he wanted to be that crude and crass, then he could have turned around and rubbed his butt up against her, right? Like, because, there's. It, not that it wouldn't have been as bad, but it would have probably not made her feel as violated. And, like, it's just whatever. And then, like, I watched the reunion. Like I said, Kiddo and I don't really watch reunions, but I watched the reunion just to see if Sue got to have her say, and she didn't. Like, that wasn't even talked to. She never got to say how violated it made her feel, and Richard never apologized. And I feel like that he should have, and I think that because of Sue's temper and how she just went off on everybody when when that happened, then the next day she yelled at everyone, and then she quit dramatically. And I think that because of her temper, because she has a temper even in the first season, they probably told her to, like, not say anything. Like, those fucking assholes. I'm gonna go down and yell and be like, I don't give a fuck if it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon. The noise, it shouldn't be so loud that it's picking up on my microphone. Like, I fucking hope that I don't hear it while I'm editing, or I'm gonna lose my fucking shit. Like, he's a woman beater. He's a fucking piece of shit woman beater. The fucking cops come there all goddamn time. Landlord doesn't do anything because this is a fucking slumlord apartment. I'm sure you've seen the fucking mold over here. Like, it's black mold bullshit. I fucking hate this hole. I hate this hole. I hate it so much. I have no one. I don't have family. I don't have anybody that would be able to fucking help me move. I don't have a car. I don't have a license. I have no one. I have absolutely no one to help me, and I'm fucking stuck here in this shithole. And I don't know what to fucking do about it. Like I said, I independently started to watch other seasons while Kiddo and I were still watching All Stars. And then when I got to season 5, like, it really started to piss me off. Like, that motherfucking piece of shit. I wanted to jump through the fucking screen and beat the piss out of him. Like, it doesn't matter. You're fucking asleep. Bull fucking shit. And yeah, there were the other guys who were like, well, if somebody did that to me, I would fucking paw them off. Well, you have a man mentality, because guys, when you're on a date, when you say you're on a first date with somebody, or you're going out to meet somebody on a blind date, the man's thought is, I hope she's not ugly. The woman's thought is, I hope he doesn't kill me. And that, I have had that thought. I have had that fear. I have not gone on dates because that fear has taken over me. You're as a woman and some big fucking man grabs you as you're wakes, you're asleep and some man just grabs you and pulls up beside you. You're in a stun, fight, flight, or freeze. She froze. She froze. That's what her instinct was. Fight, flight, or freeze. She fucking froze. And he had absolutely no fucking right to grab her and grind up on her while she was fucking sleeping. Like, what the actual motherfuck? Who the hell does he think he is? And the fact that he had a fucking wife at home and, like, with a baby, and then the fact that they were, like, making light of her and saying that the I am 150 and 200% happy with my wife, and making light and saying that was the greatest line they ever heard, and making Galdia feel like she is the one at fault and she is the piece of shit, and voting her off. I hope she fucking sued him. She is a legal assistant. I hope she went home and sued his motherfucking ass for sexual assault. There's the proof right there on fucking national TV. Like, you can't fucking deny it. It doesn't matter if she was fucking being all cuddly. I cuddle up to my friends, male or female too. It doesn't give any of them a right to wake me up and grind up on me. Like, I hope the fuck she sued him, and I tried and looked for information and I couldn't find anything. So, like, if you ever watch this video, Galandia, I hope I'm saying that your name right. I hope you sued Ted's fucking ass, because he's a piece of fucking shit. And I hope his wife left him. I hope that she came to her fucking senses and left his fucking ass. Like, holy crap. And like I said about earlier in the video, I hadn't gotten to Survivor 39. I haven't watched it yet. Might not. I don't know. I'm probably just gonna watch, like, this season, the heroes versus villains, and then, like, the season that's just airing. I don't know if I'm gonna continue to watch it because I'm kind of getting bored of it. But at the same time, I'm not sure yet. I don't know what else to say. I just wanted to share my thoughts on how annoyed I was about that. And, like, how can people feel safe, like, wanting to go when there's fucking piece of shit men who will do that? Like, how the hell did they even let some men like that in there? Like, isn't there a strong enough background check or what? I don't even know, but, like, he should have been kicked off the show. That's the shit, like, I pretty sure I sort of read a little bit about 39 when I first saw what happened in season 5. I looked it up, and that is when, like, all I know about that is when the whole Survivor format changed because of that motherfucker. But, like, it shouldn't have taken 39 seasons for a format to change. Like, and I'm not gonna say anything else about, because I'm just gonna get mad about stupid shit. And yeah, so thanks so very much for hanging out with me. Remember, we're trying to get to 500 subscribers. I really would like to do extra things for you guys and with you guys. And, alright, bye.